Hello friends, so today we will start electric field. So previously we have studied introduction to electrostatics and then Coulomb's law. Okay. So now electric field, for that we have again considered group of source charges, that is Q1, Q2, Q3 up to Q. These are the source charges. And test charge, capital Q. Previously we have calculated the total force on the test charge Q by source charges Q1, Q2, Q3, and it is the vector sum of all the force due to the source charges on the test charge Q, and it is the vector sum F is equals to F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus into plus to Fn. Here F1 is the force on test charge Q due to source charge Q1. F2 is the again force on test charge Q due to source charge Q2, and so on. So then we have calculated, we have obtained Coulomb force, and according to Coulomb force, this F1 can be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1, that is source charge Q1, then capital Q, test charge Q, upon R1 square R1 cap. Here R1 is the distance from Q1, source charge Q1 to test charge Q, and R1 hat is the position vector. Okay. Similarly, for F2 is Q2 into capital Q upon R2 square into R2 cap. This is force due to source charge Q2 on test charge Q. R2 is the distance from source charge Q2 to test charge Q. Similarly, plus into plus up to source charge Qn. Now, capital Q, this test charge, is common in all the forces. So we have taken outside the bracket. So it is Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0, here Q1 upon R1 square into R cap, R1 cap plus Q2 upon R2 square into R2 cap plus into plus. Okay, and we write this as F is equals to Q remains same and E. So where E is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into bracket Q1 upon R1 square R1 cap plus Q2 upon R2 square into R2 cap plus into plus. Okay. So this is the electric field E due to the source charges Q1, Q2 up to Qn, and it can also be written as the summation. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Here we write in the form of summation. So summation I is equals to 1 to n. Here Q5 upon Ri square into Okay. So the force is equal to charge, test charge q into electric field, and electric field is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Here is the summation of the source charge, summation I is equal to 1 to n qi ri square into ri k. So from this equation, if we make E, then it is equal to F upon U. So what is electric field? Electric field is nothing but the Coulomb force or electric force per unit charge. Electric field is nothing but the Coulomb force or electric force per unit charge, and the unit of force is Newton and unit of charge is Coulomb. So force is Newton per Coulomb. Okay, so this is the electric field. So for electric field there must be a charge. જ્યાં ચાર્જ હશે એટલે ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફિલ્ડ જનરેટ થશે, બરોબર. ફોર્સ લાગવા માટે મિનિમમ 2 ચાર્જ જે છે જરૂરી છે, પણ ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફિલ્ડ માટે કોઈ પણ એક ચાર્જ હશે તો પણ ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફિલ્ડ જનરેટ થશે. તો ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ફિલ્ડનો સોર્સ શું? કે ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ચાર્જ. ઓકે, સો now the next topic is continuous charge distribution. What is continuous charge distribution? Okay, so if we consider line, let's suppose it is length of 10 cm. We have charge distribution on the line like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in 10 centimeter there are 10 charges. It is distributed so that if you consider any of the centimeter, 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter, if you consider 1 centimeter, then there must be a single charge. Any portion of the line, कोई पण लाइन जे छे, लाइन पर गमे त्यां तमे 1 सेंटीमीटर जे छे ए कन्सिडर करशो तो तमने जे कोई पण जग्याए तमने सिंगल चार्ज लागे. तमे 2 सेंटीमीटर कन्सिडर करशो तो तमने 2 चार्ज लाइन पर कोई पण जग्याए, बरोबर. तो आ जे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन छे चार्जનું એને શું કહેવાય? કન્ટીન્યુઅસ ચાર્જ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન. ઓકે, સો નેક્સ્ટ ટોપિક ઇઝ કન્ટીન્યુઅસ ચાર્જ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન. We have electric field due to source charges, equation of electric field due to source charges or a group of charges, and it is equal to E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 summation I is equal to 1 to n to qi upon ri square into ri cap. Okay. So if charge is uniformly distributed, it is continuously distributed, then this summation is converted into the integration. We can convert summation into integration. Okay. So there are mainly 3 types of continuous charge distribution. One is line charge distribution. What is line charge distribution? Previously we talked what is line charge distribution. So there should be a line on which charge distributed. So if we consider a line of length L, and we consider a small part of line is dl. The charge is distributed continuously on the line, and here we consider small portion of line dl, and due to this portion charge on this portion, we want to find out electric field at some point P. So distance between this dl to point P where we want to find out electric field is, let's suppose it is R, and line charge density it is lambda. What is line charge density? So it is the charge per unit length. It is the charge per unit length. So we want to find out the charge on the small portion of line dl, and it should be dq, charge on the small portion dl dq, and it is equals to lambda into dl. Lambda, line charge density, charge per unit length. Okay. So if we suppose dl is unit, we consider here unit, then dq is equals to lambda. Okay. So charge on the small portion of line dl is dq. Now we substitute this value in this equation and convert that summation into integration. And what happens? E is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 integration. Now summation is converted into integration, so qi is converted into dq, and we will substitute the value of dq from this equation. So it must be lambda dl upon r square into r. Okay, so this is the line charge distribution. Here, as we told, lambda is the line charge density, and the unit of lambda is line charge density is coulomb per meter. Coulomb per meter. Okay, so this is the line charge distribution, uniformly distributed charge on the line.